All right, my friends. So BAND-MAID finally came back today. They released their new song "Unleash." I was there for the premiere with the Guys and Guys podcast, so we checked it out as it was actually being released. If you want to see our first reaction to that, go over to the Guys and Guys webpage. I will put it over in the link below. But right now, I wanted to take the opportunity to actually, delve into this on a deeper level and break it down without, other people controlling my ability to pause and without, you know, uh, anything else getting in the way, basically, right? So I'm going to check this out two more times right now. I'm going to listen to it through one time, and I got this shit turned up because I got to be honest, it was not loud enough when I was listening to it the first time. So I'm gonna listen this through one time. I'm just not gonna pause at all, and then I'm gonna actually go through it and break down what we're hearing. All right. So here we go. How many times could it guys on my mind say keep calm down? I am losing my mind. What is happening in this video, by the way? I'm trying to figure it out now. I'm gonna pay attention. Smoke is coming for him. Dude, that is crazy sounding. I love this lead too, man. Man, and the transitions, of course. Are those vocals underneath? There's like this ambient sound. I almost think it's vocals. I don't even know how to talk about this part. Dude, Miku's animated guitar is something to marvel at right there, bro. Look how good that looks in animation, I just gotta say. Okay, now that we've listened to it full one time through, I gotta say, I like this song a lot right off the bat. Like, it did not take me much to need to get into this because, one, it's got that BAND-MAID feeling that I love, you love, we all love, right? But on top of that, there were a ton of different moments where they were doing stuff that I wouldn't necessarily expect to hear in those moments. And as you guys know, that is my favorite thing about BAND-MAID is when they kind of just like, they have these super melodic, catchy things that they do that you can trust them with, that you know they'll always pull out. But also the things that put it over the top are those little unique moments, those little unique spots. So let's go over some of those. Because there's a lot of them in this one, man. A lot of them. How many times could it We start off with the distortion also on the guitar, I gotta say, it's pretty muddy one compared to what they usually use. So it gives it a different feel right off the bat than most of their songs. The animation looks so cool, by the way. I would totally watch an anime like this. And there's something going on right there during that transition, right? Like, what's she doing with her guitar to make that sound? That might actually be something different. That might be post-production. Actually, I think she's just fucking with the strings, man. I think she's just playing with her pick on the strings, like sliding a little bit or something. All of the sounds in this are so unique. Oh my god, and even that, dude. So you hear that there's like this basic, like, the bass sound of it, right? Dun, 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 and then you hear this one other guitar come in and right there. There's so many little moments of like these sounds that the guitar especially, but like these little sounds that kind of feel like they're a little bit off of what you would expect them to sound like, right? Like I mentioned on the Guys podcast that there's a bunch of diminished notes during the solo itself, but it's not just the solo that's actually coming with that. It's like right there, what the hell is that, right? Like this chord comes in and the chord like becomes like out of tune as it's played. It almost sounds like it's in the best possible way. I can't explain how this could be good, but it almost sounds like fingernails on a scratching a chalkboard. But like it sounds good. Maybe that's me problem. That is so strange, man. Holy shit, what is happening there? So it's like she's almost playing like chords, like, but she's not playing the chords. She's playing like the notes from the chords, right? Like she's hitting a low note and then two high notes, right? Boo doo doo, boo doo doo, boo doo doo, boo doo doo. But again, it sounds diminished. Like it doesn't sound like it's like within the scale that the rest of the song is in. Because the regular riff here, that is such a cool sound, man. That is such a cool little riff that comes in there. Here it is, the lead. I love also that you could hear these little tiny like bends and stuff that she does during the lead, right? Like this, the basic sound of it is da-na, da-da-na-na-na, but it doesn't sound like that. It sounds way better than that because of the way that Konami's actually playing it. You know, you could tell that she's bending. You could tell that she's taking liberties with the notes. Different little riff underneath for the second verse. Okay, so when I was listening to this the first time over on Guys and Guys, I thought I was hearing a synth doing like making an ambient sound underneath, right? Which it might still be happening, but it's based on the vocals. Now that I'm hearing this up close, I can tell that that ambient sound is based on the vocals. So it might be like a recording of the vocals played through a synth, and then they change it, like they pitch shift it in order to create like a beat underneath, not a beat, but you know, like that ambient sound underneath. But it might just be them recording their vocals and using that as a bass. I can't be sure, but I think what's going on there is that they recorded vocals and then they put that into the synth and they're using that to create the sound, right? So they're pitch shifting the vocal synth riff in order to create ambience underneath, which is really cool, man. I think that's what's happening. Don't quote me on that, but that's what it sounds like to me. Misa just at the end of every line too, just it never ends. It's beautiful, man. It really is like just a beautiful sound right there. It is something that you do not expect to come out of BAND-MAID. It's like they do happy poppy sometimes, you know, and but when they do, it's usually like in the vein of hard rock, right? But this is like as poppy as they get, I guess you could say, but it's still utilizing, you know, the instrumentation of like almost like a jazz song. Because like the timing it is all weird, right? And like, and then you add those little sounds, right? Like that one that we just heard, which is again the synth. That's cool, man. I honestly love how happy this bridge sounds. And as always, we get that little transition with Konami going into the solo. I gotta say, I think my favorite part of the whole solo, it's such a weird thing to love, but she hits these 16th notes at the very end of the bar, and it just sounds really cool. And then we got the lead chords, right? Virtual insanity. Sorry, I had to do it once. Is that... Okay, so I know it goes into halftime here, but for some reason it went into a different halftime than I thought it would. You know what it is? Okay, so it's like... I didn't catch this the first time I heard it, but the halftime that they go into here, it's almost like the bass comes in before the drum beat. Let's figure this out. Yeah, and then, but it's not until you hear that last note of that bass line until the drum actually kicks back in. It's not the typical halftime that you would hear coming from the previous beat. Like, even when I was trying to count it off, it felt a little weird when we got into there. They shifted entirely. It's not just a halftime. It's a totally different beat than the rest of the chorus has been. That's fucking cool, man. That made it seem even more epic than it would have been if they just went to a normal halftime right there. And I don't know if it's that the drum is coming in a half second early, I mean a half second late, or if the bass is coming in a half second early. But either way, the fact that they're not together on it, on that first note, like really adds this weird feeling of like it's epic. It feels even more epic. Like, halftime is meant to be epic, but this feels even more epic. And that's whatever songwriting strategy they're using to create, like, that sort of that feeling of that switch right there, I wouldn't even be able to think of it on. You know what I mean? Like, it would never even cross my mind. Lisa just went ham this whole time, man. Just had a ham sandwich on her, and she just ate it the whole sandwich. the whole song, the whole sandwich. She ate that sandwich all sandwich long. I can't get over this guitar, man. The animated guitar is just one of the coolest parts of this whole thing. They're here. Look at Konami. She looks so shy over there, too. It's made funny looking at all their faces, too. As the animated style, let's just take a quick look, right? You got Miku here in the middle, obviously. Confident and with her mouth closed smile. Okay. We got Psyche being all serious, because that's Psyche. Dark and serious. Same with Misa. Got a similar vibe, those two, don't they? Konami looks so shy. She looks like she's terrified of the camera. Like, please don't point that at me. I know I'm amazing at everything, but don't look at me. And then Akane. What else do you expect? Big ass smile on her face with her drumsticks in her hands, ready to go. That smile never leaves, and we love her for it. All right, I gotta say, yeah, this is a great comeback for me. There was so many little things that they did in here that really made me feel like we weren't gonna get more of what we got last time. Sense, Corallium, and Hibana, they're all really good tracks too, and they all have different vibes from each other, you know. Corallium and Sense a little closer to each other. Hibana obviously a little different than the two of them, but this kind of has the vibe of like a Sense does, but they change so much about the way that they play things, the way that they kind of like structure inside of each segment. Like the structure of their song hasn't changed too much. It's still, you know, like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, halftime, right? Like, which is a pretty common band-made formula, except that they took out the intro. Oh, and they had a different second verse than the first verse, right? So these are all things that we've gotten to know BAND-MAID for, and we love them for it, right? Like, they know how to write a good rock song in that format that they use, but they made so many changes to the actual segments inside of that format, right? Like the pre-chorus was different than any pre-chorus that we've ever heard because of the way that they utilized that, like, the weird pedal that she's using to double her guitar effect, right? Which almost makes it sound like a synth. You know, the way that they use that ambience with the synth underneath in the second verse, which I think are made from the girls' vocals in the first place. And then obviously that weird shift into the halftime at the very end of the song. And most importantly, the first like 10 seconds of that bridge, which just sound like so happy and so poppy, but also like weird timing and just like really unique way to take like an 8 to 10 second part, but still add all of these little sounds into it that make you go, you know, every 2 seconds you get another, you know, something else to pay attention to, something else to see, something else to break down. So yeah, man, I'm a big fan, and this just made me even more excited to go forward. And one last time, I fucking love the animation when it comes with BAND-MAID. This BAND-MAID anime thing, this is a harmony. This is made. This is a match made in heaven, you know? I would not mind seeing more of this. Anyway, and we still got to see the girls, too. It's not like they just took the girls out completely. We still got to see them. There they are. Look at them. Look at them. Look at all cute and shit, you know? I love that. There's a little jazziness to that, man. Makes me real happy. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I will see you later.